Hello friends, hope everyone is doing good. In this video, I'm going to share the complete travel process from Canada to India and watch this video till end. Surely you'll get the useful information from this video. If we want to travel anywhere, this COVID test negative report is very important. Otherwise, if we don't have this COVID test negative report, so we need to face some problems at boarding time. After booking your tickets, so we need to look for a COVID test center where we have to do our travel COVID test. And that COVID test negative report should be conducted within the 72 hours to the schedule of our traveling. And this travel COVID test is very expensive, and they are charging almost $195 to 200 $250 as well. So we have to check the nearby COVID test center and also the cheapest COVID test center. And here I'm searching for my nearby COVID test centers, and all the PCR test we are getting within 48 hours, and they are charging $199 for the RT-PCR test, and they do this test by nasal and throat swab. And I'm checking the other test centers. See, they are also charging the same price. 48 hours only they are giving a test result. For this COVID test we have to book through online, and they will ask our travel date. So basing on the travel date they book our appointment, because we have to done our test before 72 hours of our departure. After we get our COVID negative test report, the next thing we have to do is we have to upload or submit the self declaration form. Before filling the self declaration form, we need to be ready with our passport copy and also the negative test report, because we have to upload these two copies in the self declaration form. Link is given in the description. So here we have to fill our self declaration form. So firstly, we need to give our full name as per your passport, the date of birth, and we have to select the gender. We have to give our flight number, seat number, PNR number, and nationality. And here we have to give our passport number. And here we have to upload our passport copy as well, to give the date of arrival and the country of departure. And if we are taking a connecting domestic flight, that means if you are going from Toronto to Delhi to Hyderabad, so here you are taking a connecting flight to, if the Delhi is not your final destination, so check it S. So then you have to give the connecting flight number, so you have to give here the flight number. So if it is the Delhi is your final destination, then check it no. And after this we have to upload our RT-PCR negative certificate that we have done in Canada before our traveling. That test should be taken within 72 hours of our departure, so that negative PCR test should be uploaded here, and the date of the test is taken, and you have to give in the date of the test. And we have to upload the vaccination certificate too, and this is the new column they have added. And here we have to upload our vaccination certificate and the date of final dose of vaccination, and here the country of departure and first airport of entry. So if Delhi is your first airport of entry, so you have to give it Delhi. And see, and here if Delhi is your final destination, you can give the complete address here, and the final destination, like the complete and clear address of your final destination should be given here. The street, village, state, district, city, and the pin code. And we have to give the mobile number, and we have to give the alternate contact number to here. And then we have to give the valid email ID, because we will get after submitting this self declaration form, we'll get an email ID, so we have to give a valid email ID here. And next, so if we are experiencing any kind of symptoms, we have to check mark here. If not, you can check everything no. And are you suffering from diabetes, hypertension and everything? No. And details of the city. So if you visit any cities or countries within the last 14 days, you have to give the details here. And if you did not visited any place, then give it as NNA, that is not available. And if you are, how many passengers are traveling? So if you are traveling alone, this is and here you can submit directly. But if you are, and if any other people traveling with you, so 2 passengers or 3 passengers, so you have to give all the details, and you have to upload their passport and the COVID test negative report, and also the 2 doses of vaccination certificate. And remaining all the details are same as we fill in the first for the first passenger. And finally, so here if you are traveling one, then it's done, and we have to check mark all these boxes, and then we have to submit this. And after submitting this, we'll get an email id sorry, after submitting this, we'll get an email. So I will show you the email too. And here you can see the attachment. So if you click on this, you will get all the details which you have given in the self declaration form, and we have to take at least 2 or 3 copies of this form printout, so which can be asked at the boarding time. During the check-in time, we need all these documents. So they will ask for the negative COVID test report, self-declaration form, and 2 doses of vaccination certificates, and remaining process is as usual. But and also it's better to carry 3 to 4 printout of all these documents, because whenever they ask, we can show them directly, and it's better to have the soft copy too. Before our traveling only, it's better to download Arogya Setu app, so it won't be rush at the time you need it. After landing in India, we have to go through a COVID test there, and no need to wait at the airport for your results. So you have to give your local India number, and for that number you'll get your test result, and after 24 hours you'll get the test result to your email too. And after reaching India, you have to be ready with your hard copies, that is the self declaration form, and also the COVID negative test result, and the 2 doses vaccination certificate. So you have to be ready with all these documents.